Roy, if Ruben Amorim is watching this, as he will be, trying to assess the scale of the job that he has in front of him, what do you think he will have come away thinking?
He should have signed a longer contract.
Because this is going to take longer.
There's a long way back for this team. I know, listen, a manager will come in, you hope he will get more out of this group. But this is an average United team. All the stats back it up. We keep, I suppose, repeating ourselves, and we come and watch Man United again today. You don't know what you're going to get with them. They could have won the game. They had a couple of chances toward the end, but you're looking also thinking there's a good chance they're going to lose it. It's hit and miss. Not good. It's not good. It's just, even when you're watching, I hate using the word, this United team is almost boring, seems a bit strong, but you're just looking, the lack of conviction in the chances. It kind of suited them a bit better towards the end. It was a bit open. You're thinking, listen, you seem to be getting more chance when the game was open. But really disappointed, so flat. Even the fans must be disappointed. But from the manager's point of view, this team, they're way off in terms of getting back into that top four and competing. Really disappointing performance. When
you say they're an average team, do you mean the way that they work together collectively, or do you mean that as a group of players,
I think a bit of everything.
Average players?
I think a bit of everything. As a team, you look at them and you look at certain individuals, and maybe we think they're better than what they are, some of them. They've got established international players. You come and watch them. You hang your hat on a team sometimes, but you look at them and you go, well, technically they're very good, or they're big and strong and physical, or United are a bit, they're just kind of average at everything. They're not very good at anything special. And the lack of goals is still hard to believe. But then when you look at some of the chances they've created and the opportunities they're missing, you're going, well, that's why managers lose their jobs here, and that's why you're down on the table, and that's why the goals record is what it is. Not good enough. Obviously, again, today was a set piece. The goal they got, penalty is a set piece. They gave away a goal from a set piece. So it's proper hit and miss, but more likely it's going to be a miss. And if the United fans are coming here today, United fans must be going away today scratching their heads thinking, this is, again, it was very quiet at Old Trafford today. We mentioned before the game there might be a reaction with the manager leaving and Ruud on the sideline, but it wasn't. They were just sitting there hoping something might happen, not necessarily believing something would happen, and the game, I was glad when the referee blew the final whistle. I wasn't getting too excited with it.
Manchester United waiting on the arrival of their new full-time manager in Amorim. There's still a little while to go until he comes in and meets the players and takes charge. So they're at a different stage of their journey from Chelsea, where they've had a few months under Enzo Maresca, and it seemed like it was coming together. What did you make of today's performance, Frank?
I think it underwhelmed slightly. I think the game underwhelmed two teams. I just think it was an opportunity here. Now, I think Manchester United are never there for the taking, because I think this place, Old Trafford, and the players at Manchester United still have in their team moments of quality like we see can always affect the game, and it kind of did. But I think how Chelsea have been playing, I think they're quite confident in what they're trying to do. They've got offensive players at the top of the pitch. In Cole Palmer wasn't quite as effective in the game as we've seen him recently. Neto, Madueke in the first half, Jackson, you're looking at this game, we're watching it, and you're kind of going, there's a real opportunity here to go 1v1 or some speed or find a pass. And it just kept missing passes, really, missing the final pass, missing that bit of, you go, come on, let's see what you've got. So I think they'll be disappointed. But then I suppose if you're on the flip side and you want to go, where are they in the process? OK, they're getting better. And it might be a game like this, we were saying, we've all played them, where you come away and it's a bit of a messy game, and you come away, you go, OK, let's move on. How can we improve? So I think a bit disappointing, because it was an opportunity, not the end of the world, but you want to see a bit more than what they showed at the top end of the pitch, particularly for me. And they got a bit sloppy in the second half. Some of the passing. It's like, if you're going to go to the next level and bridge the gap that's clearly there, it's OK, can we be really efficient in all the things that we try and do? And they want quite that today.
Jamie, as a game, what do you think it offered?
Well, up until the goal, it was really poor. It was a tough watch. It was really difficult. Lack of quality, lack of composure, players making mistakes, ball bouncing up. It looked like a pub game at times. It genuinely did. When you think about these are the Premier League players, the top of the top, and they didn't show that. And it was hard to watch. The only thing I will say from United's point, I've seen them worse this season. They've had worse performances. I've looked at some games when they've just been like outclassed, outthought in every department, not winning individual battles. It was difficult. Amorim coming in, he's not... I mean, until the players and he can start to work with them and starts to get his shape and how he wants them to play, he's undoubtedly going to play three at the back. That's what he does. It's going to be hard for us to really tell, because I look at that United team and I can't figure out if some of them aren't necessarily good players or they're just so devoid of any confidence and any idea of what they're doing. So until we actually see them maybe giving him the benefit of the doubt. There's absolutely no doubt he's got to change players. Personnel, people have to leave. There's been players that have been here too long, seen off too many managers. There has to be some kind of changes. But until he comes in, he'll have his own ideas. So we're going to have to just wait and see what he wants.
United, when you look at United, they're just playing moments, isn't it? They'll have the little moments of quality, as we saw with the ball for Casemiro for the goal. But that's nowhere near good enough for a Man United team. You can't just depend on moments. You've got to have a structure. You've got to have a way of playing, a desire, even when they're a goal up, see the game out, to concede within 4 minutes. You've got to dig deep.
That might be the flip of it for the new manager, though. He might see that as a little bit of a blank canvas for him, in a sense of, I think it's normal, I think, when you're a manager and a job's in front of you and you take it. We're sitting here and critiquing this game, but he'll be going, well, confident. He comes across very confident. He'll be going, well, that's what I can improve. I can improve that. And the basics of the game are, what's your structure? How compact are you off the ball? Manchester United, I think Gary mentioned it in the co-coms, probably the worst pressing team in the league. It's Manchester United. That can't be right. You've got to make sure that you've got capacity to run and desire to run. And when I watched that, all the modern teams now that can press have wingers that will run back and forward and back and forward.
But what you don't
It's
want to
not
have a
happening
team
here.
is, when you're speaking to opposition players and teams, Man United are easy to play against.
Yeah.
Chelsea weren't good enough to punish them today,
Yeah.
because again, it's still difficult for certain teams to come here and win. But they had plenty of joy, they had plenty of opportunities. I don't think they'd be in the dressing room after the game, the Chelsea players going, oh my God, we got out of we managed to get a point at Old Trafford today. They thought, we kind of let United off the hook today, because they weren't at their best.
There's two ways to look at it. I suppose you look at what Liverpool and Arne Slot had to... He had a team already there with a style of play, an understanding, good culture at the club. So probably an easier job for him, although I thought it wouldn't be, but he's certainly made it look easy. Whereas for Amorim now, he's going to come in and thinking, what have I got here? Why has this group of players seen off so many managers? Why have they been so poor at times? You know, obviously they've had moments when they've won cups, but what can I do to change the mindset, the philosophy, just to make them more combative in games, because that's the thing that Roy said at the start of the show. Are they going to run? When you see this team, they get outrun in so many games. How does he change that mindset? That's going to be the hard thing for me.